Well, night number 1 of the 2021 Turkey Shootout is about to get underway here at the Roseburg Indoor, located in Roseburg, Oregon. This place is a super small bullring outlaw kart track, tight corners, a lot of banking, and very, very fast speeds. I'm going to be competing tonight in our new family-owned number 18T. And Carly is going to be competing tonight. How are you feeling going into it?
I feel very good. Excited to be back in the car. I haven't been in the car for I think a week or two now. Track looks good. It might get rough towards the end. It's my estimation of how the track's gonna go. Only goal tonight is just to make the main. Don't care where I start, just make the main.
And I'm gonna agree with Carly on that. We have 33 opens. A lot can happen, especially with this format. So we're both gonna get strapped in for hot laps and qualifying. She mentioned it might get rough, and that's just because the track's a little soft right now. So we'll definitely keep you guys in the loop for how that is going throughout the night. But other than that, it's time to strap in for hot laps and qualifying, and we're gonna get a great chance to test out our new car. Well, qualifying is complete here at the Roseburg Indoor. We got the opportunity to run my first ever laps up to full speed in this new car. Hot laps was a little rough, and when I say a little rough, it was really, really rough. Super chunky out there, and most guys were just running right around the bottom because that was the only clean spot of the track. So after hot laps, they went out there and rolled it in, tried to smoothen it out. First car out for qualifying had probably the best surface, and from there, it just, once again, as the high horsepowered 500 opens we run, they just started to dig into the surface and continue to kind of throw material up the track. So I went out there, I was like the 27th car to roll out. The race car drove good. This thing definitely turns better than our previous car we had in our operation. So I really enjoyed that, but with the 4-stroke, it's just a little heavier on the right side, and with so much traction, it's hard to get through some of the rougher parts of the track. So I ended up 10th quick out of 33. I think I could have been a little bit better. I just needed to run a little higher. I just got caught kind of right through the middle and ended up running through more of the bumps than I needed to. So they're getting ready to post the heat race lineups. I believe that we should start on the front row of one of those, and as well, we are gonna head down and check out the track and see what they're doing to it. While walking and examining the track after qualifying, they just took a couple of big pickup trucks out here and attempted to roll it in. It doesn't look too bad right now, but as I said earlier, it is just so soft. We are getting ready though to strap in for our first round of heat races. Hopefully the track goes in the direction of just getting better and better. I know they're gonna keep working on it and try to give us the best surface possible. This first round of heats is gonna be super important to set us up though for the rest of the night. All right, Dad, how would you describe the track tonight?
Bumpier than blank.
Bumpier than blank. That is probably the best way to describe it. We were able to win our heat race from the front row outside starting spot, but the catch-22 to that is like, yes, we pulled away from everyone in our heat. We led by a good margin, but I just don't feel good behind the wheel. And like I've said many times, with a racetrack like this, it's just so much more difficult to keep the 4-stroke free. It has more right side weight, has so much traction and so much go. We almost want to eliminate all that and just try to keep the car as loose as possible. possible. So I think I'm gonna play with air pressures just a little bit and maybe a couple of other small adjustments just to try to get the car to rotate through the corner, as well as try other lines. But in that heat, I just ended up going to the bottom, and literally I'm like half spinning, wheelie, you know, can't keep the front end on the ground, and just trying to literally run 8 laps without tipping over. So this second round of heat races will once again be important. We're gonna start 5th, and we need to try to win or run 2nd to start in the first couple rows of tonight's Open A main event.
Lucas Tellstrom, Tanner Holmes starts this one 5th. Keep an eye on him. Green is out once more this time. The green light stays on as Holmes on the 18T started dead last. He's already up to 3rd place and searching for 2nd, possibly the lead. Carter Patterson is going to pace the field for lap number 1. Carter Patterson gets a little sideways exiting turn 4. And Lucas Tellstrom gets in the back of Patterson, and we go yellow.
Well, that was so much better. 5th to 1st there in the second round of heats here at the Roseburg Indoor. I just did my job behind the wheel there for those 8 laps. I kind of tried some different things. We didn't even really make any changes to the car. Raised the air pressure a little bit in the right rear just to kind of help with the bouncing. But no matter what, if you drive through the bumps, the car is going to lift off the ground. There's only so much you can do there. But like I said, I just did a better job. I really worked on keeping my car straight, regulating my throttle control, getting in good, but really trying to take advantage of my torque from center off, where the racetrack was a little bit smoother, and specifically in 3 and 4, I was running up by the wall. That happened to be the smoothest lane, and man, it was fast. It's really incredible when you can get the speed built up and some momentum, you really get flying around this place. So Carly went 1st to 2nd in her heat race. I went 1st and 1st, so I'm gonna be lining up front row outside for tonight's 30 lap $500 to win A main event, and Carly is gonna be rolling off from 3rd.
Again, running 4th. Anthony Pope running up the top 5. The House of Holmes and the House of McGann in the first 4 positions of this one. Green flag is out as Jesse Caldwell. Restart 6th in the 86J. Tanner Holmes, 18T, cruising right along. And down the top 5 is Jesse Caldwell in the 86J. Is overtaken the median of Anthony Pope for 5th. Tanner Holmes, Brian McGann, followed by Mallory McGann, Carly Holmes, Jesse Caldwell, Anthony Pope, Carter Patterson, Kyle Woodcock trying to slip around the outside of Josh Rogers, but Rogers is up to 8th after starting this one dead last. Woodcock 9th and Justin Tracer, B-main winner's champ is Anthony Pope, retakes 5th from the 86K of Jesse Caldwell via the inside. Carly Holmes and Mallory McGann about to do battle for 3rd here as it's Mallory McGann in the 1M. With a slide edge over the silver and black 22C of Carly Holmes. Are paired up in the front row this restart formation, and this one resumes green flag action. Carly Holmes on the attack, looking for 2nd. Trying to get by Brian McGann from P2. Jesse Caldwell looking to the outside of Mallory McGann for fourth. Lights out, going to be going green this time by Tanner Holmes and Brian McGann. Your front row restarting order, and here we go. Caldwell on the attack. He's able to quickly dismount Charlie Holmes. Does he have anything else left in the tank? As Holmes is able to take third back from Caldwell on the 86J. White flag is going to be coming out here in just a moment as Mallard and McGann trying to get back into the top five in front of the 1M. Tanner Holmes in the 3 out of 4 will win night number 1 of the Turkey Shootout. Brian McGann finishes second, third, Charlie Holmes fourth, Jesse Caldwell. Mallory McGann is fifth. For your unofficial top 5 order. And it is night 1 done for the Opens, and Holmes will win it. Finishing order is Tanner Holmes, a clean sweep, and he led every single lap of the feature en route to the clean sweep. Representing Jacksonville, Tanner Holmes wins for the first time this winter season here at Roseburg.
Well, there it is, guys. Night 1 of the Turkey Shootout. Dad, you had the race car on rails.
Hey, we did good. Best car. I felt like Jimmy Elledge.
Oh, Dad felt like Jimmy Elledge, my car owner from Red Bluff. As you guys know, this car that I'm now driving is an absolute copy. It's, to the T of what I run down there at Red Bluff, and it felt exactly like it. The funny thing is, Dad, we really didn't change anything all night.
We didn't do anything. You just started to drive it.
I started to drive it better, and I started to figure it out and just get more comfortable, and I think that's one thing, especially at a place like Roseburg, you got to be careful. It's really easy to want to throw the kitchen sink at it when you don't feel comfortable, even though we won our first heat race by a straightaway. But we just kind of, kept our heads down, not leave any adjustments out of the question, but really look at what's going on and say, hey, can I be driving the car better instead of something that we can do that could also throw off our setup? And it just started to come to us. We were really good in that heat race, and there in the A-main event, it was pretty much one lane around the bottom. They tried to get it to where it got around the top like the heats, but it just didn't. So a $600 check. Awesome that Roseburg paid pretty good money here for the prelim night, but just a great way for us to start our 2021 Turkey Shootout. We were lights out. That's the best car I've ever ran here at Roseburg. So that clip ended up getting cut just a little bit short because we went and took some victory photos, and then we loaded up and hauled down to Denny's to make sure we could get a bite to eat because it was already really late. Features finished around 11:30, and by the time we got loaded up, it was around midnight. But as I was saying, our car was lights out. We didn't make any adjustments really throughout the night, and no matter how I really drove it in the feature for the conditions around the bottom, whether I charged the corner more, tried to drive it in, tried to back up my entry, slow it down, get through the rough stuff, my car was just really good, and it was almost like driving itself. And that is when you know you have a hot rod under you. So just really pumped with the speed that we had right out of the gate with this new car. I think that's a huge testament to the package that QRC now has with the Spitfire, with the big wing. But now it is time to roll the 18T back out, clean it up a little bit, do a little bit of maintenance, and just prepare now for our next goal, which is winning tonight. $1,000 on the line, all the same guys in the pit area, and I believe a little bit longer A-main event. Our car has the speed to do it. We just got to try to stay on top of our adjustments and see which direction the track goes and chase it. And I think if we can put a good piece under myself, we'll have a good shot at bringing home that victory. Real quickly though, big thank you to all you guys for supporting me. I absolutely love you guys so much, as well as a big shout out to my family, my dad specifically, for bringing me racing this weekend. And then Jimmy Elledge, Factory QRC, Durst Incorporated, Burris Racing Tire, and Adams Investing. Everyone that supports our kart program is amazing, and we just love to have them all on board. Anyway, on to the next goal tonight. $1,000 on the line. Let's get it done. See you all there. Deuces.